we got to move this over here. And then, all right, I'll take care of all that other stuff later. All right. Come on, there we are. There we are. Hello, Phantom. Hello, people. We're just getting things live and going. Give me just... How you doing, Carrot? Okay, we got Twitch pinned here. We got everything going here. Excellent, fantastic. What's good, Joshua? What's good, Steven? First comment. Now you were second. Sarah beat you to it. Yeah, you almost had it, Steven, but Sarah beat you. Maybe next time. Maybe next time. Sorry, man. You can always try again next. First to like. Yes, you. I can't track that, but thank you. We're live every day, so it's okay if you don't get it this time. We are live every single day, with some minor exceptions, because we did spend a few days away at my cousin's house. So sometimes we miss a stream here and there, but it's okay. It's okay, because we're making up for it right now. We're live, we're here now, we're good. What's the crack? The crack is, we just had a bowl of rice and vegetables with some hot sauce. Is that crack for you? So what's on the wheel? It is a large list of hundreds of anime that I have seen that I feel comfortable recommending to people when they are looking for suggestions. Now, as for the YouTube who can't see the wheel, I wanted to set things up so you could. I can't yet. Apparently, I need to download an extra thing for OBS to make that happen, so maybe tomorrow, if I see some anime figures I own. Unfortunately, oh, you know what? Chat, hang on 5 seconds. 10 seconds. There we go. Okay. We have Aquaman, and we have the Riddler. I don't really have a lot of anime figures. You're gonna have to forgive me for that. Let me put that down. There we go. My bad. I don't really collect anime figures. I just collect. I only, when it comes to figures, I only hold on to what I am given. I don't buy figures. I am fortunate enough to be in a position where I am given figures for free. Have I seen ReZero? Indeed, I have. ReZero is actually on the wheel. AOT, I have seen that as well. That is also on the wheel. So what's the crack here? Okay, I'm up to date on the question. So yes, when it comes to figures, my cousin makes figures, so I happen to just get stuff, and I do giveaways occasionally. Like we had a giveaway back around Christmas time, and we are planning more giveaways for next week if I can negotiate them to cover the shipping fees, because the shipping fees are too expensive. I can't afford it. Rate ReZero? Like a low 8s for me. Around the low 8s for me. Yes, I've seen AOT. I've seen Attack on Titan. I enjoy it, but I'm not a mega fan. Like, it's good. It's just not my preference. Have I seen Soul Eater? I have. I enjoyed most of it. Very few complaints, really. Madara is stronger than Saitama and Goku. Okay, look, if I can't help you, man. Go see a therapist. 8 for the web novel or anime. So I don't read the web novel, for the anime. When it comes to any ratings or opinions that I give, assume it's on the anime, because I don't really read any fiction. Another I have not seen. Have I seen Monogatari? I assume. Okay, do you mean Ori Monogatari or Baki Monogatari? My friend recommended. Yeah, you're funny. Either Phantom, either you are trolling like everybody else, or your friend is trolling you. One of the two. There is no in between. Someone is trolling somebody. So try again. Like, come on. Another has a slow start. So again, Another is just a series I have not seen. I'm fine with slow. I'm comfortable with slow. It's just I have no room on my watch list at this point in time. What about Blue Lock? I enjoy it. I don't mind the animation fall off that other people are upset about. For me, it's fine. So my friend is trolling you? Absolutely. What's the wheel for? For anime recommendations. There's about 400-ish series. I don't know if... Okay, you know what? There's at least a couple hundred series on there. How you doing, Zimzaba? Baka and the rest of Monogatari series, or isn't part of it. So I dropped Bore. I want to specify which Monogatari you've seen. I dropped Baka Monogatari almost immediately. How have I got so much on my watch list? I only have 96 anime on mine. Well, I've seen nearly 1,000. These are just some of the shows that I have completed that I had time to put on a wheel. Thank you for the kitties, Imzaba. Hello, I'm Mookmin. How you doing, Mookmin? How you enjoying Fate Strange Fake so far is pretty good. I think I'm one episode behind, so I'm like almost up to date. I keep seeing your shorts, by the way. We're actually going to be changing up the shorts a bit because the current format isn't really working anymore. They were doing great for a few months, but now it's not really going. So what I'm going to do is like a lot more basically spin the wheel. You can't see the wheel yet. Don't worry, you will. Character creation from that, or maybe educational content, the history of anime, like maybe debunking a lot of myths. Like I think tomorrow I'm gonna do the misconception about Pikachu's black tail. Who's your favorite servant so far in Strange Fake? Probably Saber, maybe. Yeah, probably Saber. I'm thinking, because also Gilgamesh is there as well. I like Gilgamesh. I'm torn between Gilgamesh and Saber. I keep seeing your show. Yeah, thank you. Did I like Weathering with You? I did. Great movie. Weathering with You is also on the wheel. High School DxD, dropped it right away. Not into that stuff at all. If it comes to ecchi or fan service or most things like that, I typically, in most cases, drop it pretty early. I want to see more of True Rider. I have not. Rider. You know, one of my favorite servants is actually Rider from was it Heaven's Feel or Fate Zero? It might have been Fate Zero. It might have been the Fate Zero Rider. Do I think Usopp will get a big power up? Like, depends how big. Will he take his observation hockey to a higher level? I would think so. I think so. Will he become like supremely powerful? You know what I'm imagining? Kind of what we saw in Film Red. I know Film Red is not like canon, I know, but like I think what we got from Usopp in there is likely what we're gonna get going forward. Give me your top three. Unfortunately, I don't have a top three because I don't have a top three. Did I know that A Strange Fake isn't the original author from Fate Stay Night? I did not know that, but I also know that it's not tied to the original series. Like, it's not a continuation. It's its own thing. So, like, I do know that. I am Canadian. So yeah, I am Canadian. A lot of people assume American or something, but no, I am not American. Did I start You and I Are Polar Opposites? No, I have not started that yet. I've heard about it multiple times, as that's not really a surprise. But no, I have not seen it yet. There's a lot of series I am yet to see. And my watch list is currently kind of stuffed to the brim. What genre are you rocking with now? I'm watching literally everything. Right now, I'm literally watching everything from Battle Shonen to Slice of Life to romance to like, kind of all over the place. Do I think Zoro is stronger than Sanji? I think they're pretty equal. Do I actually have an answer? Not really. Power scaling's not my thing. I think they're close. I liked it a lot, but some parts are corny. I can deal with corny sometimes. Like, I like Tonikawa, and Tonikawa's pretty corny. What anime would be a lot better if it wasn't over... I don't want to say the word in case, TikTok or YouTube tends to not like those kinds of words, but if it didn't do very intimate physical things, I'd say, Seven Deadly Sins would be better. Fire Force would be better. How strong do I think Mihawk really is? I mean, I think he's gonna earn that name. I think when we finally see him fight, he will have earned the title that he has of World's Strongest Swordsman. So Riz, I understand, is just a short variation of charisma. I'm fine with slang like that. I prefer to saying charisma. If you want to say Riz, go ahead by any means. Thank you, Grim, for the follow. And Glaze. Again, glaze is a newer thing that I don't usually use that term unless someone else uses it. But, like, again, it doesn't bother me. Who do I think is the strongest member of the Gorosei? I think most of them. I don't know if there really is a strongest among them. Do we like? I don't think we have a strongest among them, or at least we've only seen them fight one time on Egghead. Maybe the Centaur dude. Not well. Obviously, it's not. I forgot his name. Maybe the Centaur, possibly. Maybe. Do I know in my country my government killed my people? That is unfortunately a very it's more common than it should ever be. I personally can ignore fan service. It doesn't bother me none. That's for you. I can't. For me, I can't. I have a threshold. I do have a threshold. So can you specify what you mean by new gen? Because new gen to me, how it's typically used, it doesn't mean. Can you define it by your standards? Fate Stay Night. I love Fate Stay Night. Also, you have to which segment of Fate Stay Night? Fate Zero, Blade Works, Heaven's Feel. So yeah, if you want to clarify that, have you watched Space Dandy or Cowboy Bebop? Space Dandy I dropped, it wasn't really my thing. Cowboy Bebop is on my to-watch list, so I will eventually get to that. So don't hold me to like when, it's gonna happen eventually. I'd say like Dandadan, Chainsaw Man, Solo Leveling, anything decently new. So like, the thing is, here's my problem with the term, what's your favorite? Here's my problem with the question, what's your favorite new gen? And you kind of reinforced my very issue. There's no timeline, so no precise year that it came out. Also, I'm not good at keeping track of what year series came out. I'm just bad at that. I'd have to go look it up. Second is it's usually battle shonens. It's almost exclusively battle shonens, which I watch so much more than battle shonens. So when you say new gen, you're kind of leaving out most anime. Berserk is the best. I think Berserk is really solid. Have I watched? I already answered that one. What's your favorite anime and my least favorite? So I don't have either. Why? Because I have seen nearly 1,000 series. I just can't pick one favorite. And at the same time, when I don't like a series, I just stop watching it. I don't keep a list of what my favorites are. I just, okay, I don't like this. I drop it and move on with my life. Those are just some I've watched. I enjoy most of those series. You listed off Dandadan. Dandadan wasn't for me, but I still put it on the list anyway. Chainsaw Man, I enjoy it. Solo Leveling, I enjoy it. So like, if you want my opinion on most new gens, I've seen quite a few. Berserk is, how you doing, Siobhan? I think I probably butchered that name. Do I read manga or I just watch? I just watch. Manga's great. It's cool. It's awesome. I just prefer to read nonfiction. I'm not really a fiction. I don't like to read fiction since I forget everything. So I actually did not get super into Chainsaw Man in the first season because while the series is well done, I don't like any of the characters. But the Reese movie was just good. Like, I'm not even I even said this after seeing the movie. I am not like a hardcore Chainsaw Man fan. The movie was pretty close to perfect for what it is. Is Solo Leveling Season 3 out yet? Nope, it is not going to be out for some time. You're going to be waiting. I don't even know when the exact release date is for it. Chainsaw Man ReZark movie was a masterpiece. I think it was very good. And that is coming from somebody who wasn't even that into Chainsaw Man going in. Like, I saw the first season, I'm like, you know what, I might continue when Season 2 comes out. And then Reese came out, I'm like, you know what, this was better than the first season. What anime has the best cosplayers, in my opinion? So I've been working at anime conventions since 2000 I've been attending conventions since 2012, and I've been working as a staff for a few years now. The most impressive cosplays I've seen are usually Gundam or Digimon. I put the Reese arc so far above the Infinity Castle. So I would also put the Reese arc above Infinity Castle by a good margin. Because I didn't even like Infinity Castle that much. Like, was it pretty? Yes. Were the fights good? Yes. Of course it does that. But the Infinity Castle movie was very difficult to get through because of the constant ping-ponging with the flashback. So you have like a minute of fighting, 5-minute flashback, back to fighting, 30 seconds, another flashback, and it just mentally burned me out to the point where I was like wishing for the movie to end. You like ReZero and One Piece, can't ignore. So like, there's good cosplayers in every series, but when you look at, it's just some cosplays require a lot more technical skill or setup to to build. Like, I can appreciate literally like where it's just like material, where it's just like sewing. I can respect a well done cosplay, especially if you like. Some people like make the material themselves. They do all the little ornaments themselves. I appreciate that. I deeply respect that. When it comes to like just on a visual level, the most impressive things I've seen, I think Digimon would take it. I made a Tengen edit. Please don't self-advertise. I like Infinity Castle, but I think it was because I didn't like season 4 much. Was it season 4 the Swordsmith Village? Because I didn't like Swordsmith Village. My favorite season was probably the Entertainment District. How you doing, Speedy Sonic? I was saying that Fate Stay Night is the only original author that wrote the. Oh, okay, good to know. I don't really keep track of who wrote what. As I mentioned, I don't really read manga. It's just I'm mostly a nonfiction reader, but good to know. Whenever I talk about a manga or the written part of a series, I will do my research before speaking, so I don't embarrass myself. Season 4 was the Hashira training. So I enjoyed the Hashira training, but it was like it wasn't the best arc. It definitely wasn't the worst arc. The Swordsmith Village was probably my least favorite arc. Thoughts on ReZero upcoming season 4? I hope it kind of at least meet the standard of season 3, ideally better, because season 1 was the best season so far. Have I seen a Garden of Sinners? I have not. So yeah. I haven't seen that one. I am working my way through multiple series. I'm probably watching around 17 shows right now, so like this is why I don't have room to take on more series. I know you guys like to recommend stuff, I just don't have room. Hell's Paradise is one of those series that I am actively watching. What do I think about Berserk 2016? It's garbage. Terrible. It's a disgrace to the manga. Hashira Training was my second favorite just because of its last episode. I mean, okay, I personally can't put that much weight into a single episode. Like, it was a decent season. What type of dark anime manga can I handle? So, manga doesn't really matter because I don't really read much. When it comes to anime, I can handle pretty much everything. Like, there's very few series that, I guess when it gets to the R word, the word I cannot say on stream without it becoming an issue, that's where I get a bit too uncomfortable. That makes me uncomfortable. Or pedophilia. That's also a no for me. The Berserk anything Berserk 2016 was not good. The Berserk 97 was much better. I almost puked because I was sick when I was watching Infinity Castle and the tumbling did not help. Yeah, I could imagine that. I have a good friend of mine who gets very motion sick to a lot of things. What do I think about that? I already said the Berserk 2016 was abysmal. It was disgraceful. Are there any upcoming anime that I'm excited for? Well, I'm waiting on Black Clover. I'm waiting on Bleach. I'm waiting on. I'm not saying I'm waiting on Dragon Ball Super's remake, but like it's technically something that I'm gonna be watching when it comes out. I think Black Clover and Bleach are top of the upcoming list for me. Awashi's getting a new season, so there's that. There's a World Trigger. They're getting a remake, so I'll be watching that. Apparently, Hitman Reborn is getting some remake, or something like that. I'll be watching that. I do like the movies for Berserk. I mean, I just anything Berserk 2016 was not a hit for me. I hate most of it. Most of all his NTR, I hate like cheating. NTR. Forgive me. What does NTR stand for in this case? My favorite anime character is probably Blackstar. I mean, Blackstar's he's all right. I don't really enjoy the God Complex characters most of the time. I like Blackstar. He's funny. But when it comes to Soul Eater, I'm more of a Soul fan. I know he's the MC, so it's all. I like Soul more. You say the R would make you uncomfortable, so what's my opinion on Gachakuda? So Gachakuda, most of Gachakuda was fine for me. I know there was I know. I just remembered exactly what scene you're talking about. That scene from Gachakuda. That did make me uncomfortable. Not so much that I dropped it, but like I didn't enjoy that part. I know exactly what you're talking about. I actually forgot about it for a minute. Uh, Anime like NTR is cheating on someone. Cheating on somebody. I mean, I can deal with characters cheating. Like, I don't like it. I'm not really into the whole like School Days kind of vibe. I mean, School Days is just a bad show, but it has a lot of that. I love your videos. We're actually going to be changing up the videos quite a bit because the current videos aren't doing well anymore. So we have to evolve. Have you heard of the 4Kids Del Sanji's voice? I watched it. I've seen it. Which anime that you were talking recently? If we're talking about the part that made me uncomfortable, it was Gachakuda. There's one particular scene that's just not yeah. How will I change? Two different things. So you can't see it yet. TikTok can. I have made a wheel of hundreds of different series. I'm also going to be making wheels for hundreds of different characters and settings and genres, and basically creating hypothetical fun videos. Like taking this MC, throwing them into basically creating our own hypothetical scenarios through luck and seeing how that goes. I also love doing educational content. So like maybe teaching the history of certain series, where they originated, like busting certain myths. Like I was thinking about doing a video debunking Pikachu's black tail because that's going viral right now, or something like that. I love doing teaching. I love teaching since I am a teacher. I think besides that episode, the show is really, yes, I love Gachakuda. It was one of my favorite new shows of last year. I mean, if the ship had a lot of buildup and marry, so like here's the thing, I don't really care about if you mean like the plot shipping or the fan shipping. So like I don't really get too involved in the fan side of shipping. I do have opinions on certain romance routes in certain series, especially when it's a romance series. Like for example, Golden Time. I think in Golden Time, I think he picked the wrong girl at the end of the day, but that's just my opinion. Stay in your bubble, brother. What are you talking about? I'm glad you're happy. My life is hell and I'm scared. Look, happiness and sadness and rough times, it's all temporary. So whatever's happening right now, you'll get through it. If Armament Hockey is invisible coating, then why permanent hockey coated? So like, so if you mean like why are black blades permanently coated? So the idea is that if you use enough powerful armament hockey over time, it transforms the blade. So like, think of it as like, how can I describe? I know when we see hockey in an animated scene that it's visualized for us, but if you do that enough times, then you actually see a visible change in the sword itself. Are you hyped for Dragon Ball Season 2, Galactic Patrol? So yes and no. Am I looking forward to Galactic Patrol? Yes. Am I actively hyped for it? No, because it's too far away. Getting hyped for a series that's so far away, it's going to be draining. I think besides that episode, I already answered that one. Episode 13 of Gacha, I forgot what episode it was, but it might have been that. It might have been that. It was around halfway through the season. So, yeah. It's still a good series. I still recommend Gachakuda. I do recommend it. It's just that one instance. And it wasn't too graphic. Like, it was kind of graphic, but not as much as I've seen. Have I watched Togenanki? I have not. I've heard about it plenty of times, and it's been on my list for a long time, and it's probably going to be there for a while longer. I have a lot to get through. I'll get to it eventually. Just don't ask me when. Don't ask me when. It's going to be some time. Like my list will clear up in about 5 weeks because a lot of series are ending in about. Well, a lot of seasons are ending in about 5 weeks. I didn't like Ammo, but after I've seen what happened to her, I feel insanely bad. Nobody deserves that. Let's be real, nobody deserves that. I also wasn't a fan of her character. I'm still not a fan of her character. I don't wish that upon anybody, because that's just the worst. That is just the worst. I'm definitely hyped for it. I'm kind of a Dragon Ball diehard fan. No. Am I a diehard fan? No. I'm not a diehard fan for anything. I can say I'm a fan of many things, but I don't consider myself a diehard fan of any series because like I don't get overwhelmingly attached to a series. I'm like when a series ends, I'm completely good with it. I'm like, okay, that was fun. Let's move on to the next thing. How you doing, Leaf? What's wrong with that episode? It's very good at exploring deep topics. So the issue with Gachakuda episode 13, assuming that is the correct episode, it's just a very sensitive and graphic subject that makes certain people uncomfortable, including myself. I did get through it. It didn't stop me, but it wasn't easy to watch. It's just one of those things. Not everyone is comfortable watching that, and I am one of those people. Yeah. There's just certain things that there's certain things I don't like seeing. Like Goblin Slayer episode 1 is another example of that. Why does YouTube keep disconnecting? Why does YouTube keep disconnecting? What's going on with the YouTubes? Oh jeez. Hang on. You okay, there we go. We're good. It's me, Goku. I heard you were strong. Yes, I am pretty strong. It's 2:30 a.m. If it's 2:30 a.m., I recommend you get some sleep. And YouTube, I am sorry that we kind of lagged out a bit there. The chat kind of disconnected. My bad. I'm sorry. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why YouTube is not doing well for the last few weeks. It keeps disconnecting. Do I think Berserk will ever get an ending? As far as I'm aware, the manga is still releasing chapters. Is it not? What is my favorite animal in anime? I don't really have one. Like, it's not something I ever put much thought into. There's plenty of cool animals. I've always just been a fan of dragons. Probably something dragon-based. I mean, Igneel is cool. I'm not going to pick Appa. I mean, I like Appa, but he's not my favorite. Including the Pokemon. Pokemon are animals, so yes. I do like Gengar is my favorite. He's my boy. I also like Cyndaquil. Cool pet. Like, that's the thing. Animals is so broad. Like, where do I even start? That's the problem. Like, there's so many animals in fiction. Like, I don't even know where to begin. Do I have a prediction for One Piece ending? Well, it depends. I think Shanks is going to die. Luffy's going to be king of the pirates. That Luffy's ultimately going to defeat Emu. That the Revolutionary Army will eventually dismantle the current world government. As for will the world government be taken down permanently or restructured, I think it's going to be permanently taken down. I think it's going to be permanently taken down. And I don't think any of the Straw Hats are going to die. Favorite One Piece character? I don't have one. I'm just going to say Rayleigh, because I get asked this question a million times a stream, and I'm tired of explaining that I have no favorite, so I'm just going to pick somebody. What's the time over there? It is 7:30, roughly. Do I have a prediction for one? I already read that one. I don't care. Here's the thing, Rip Gojo. I don't really care who beats who. I'm not a power scaler. I'm not a versus guy. It all makes no difference. Whoever the author wants to win is going to win. That's really it. That's it. I don't know why you guys are so obsessed with that stuff. Like, I don't know. I don't get the hype. Like, can't you guys just sit back and enjoy a series? Don't you guys just ever, like, not worry about who's better than who? Just sit back and have a good time. It's 7:30 at night. If it's 7:30 in the morning, then I would likely be making content or at the gym. What am I doing, bro? You just joined. So we're mostly just talking about various different anime, either something that people are looking forward to, looking for recommendations. We got the wheel in case people are looking for recommendations. I think Gear Force Snake Man is the coolest looking Luffy transformation, and I would agree. That is my favorite as well. Aesthetically speaking, it is my favorite. It also kind of reminds me of like Super Saiyan 4 vibes, and that's also my favorite Dragon Ball transformation. So maybe that's why, or maybe it's just because, like, maybe it's that. How did I have the time to write all of them names? It doesn't take that long. It really doesn't take that long. Making the wheel took me about 15 minutes. And I'm not done putting in names yet. Am I still doing the spin the wheel? Yes, I do have the wheel up. I know YouTube can't see it. I do apologize for that. I'm gonna have to download some additional add-ons to allow YouTube to be able to see it, and then I'm gonna have to do some funny things with the OBS and make that work. There's also some things I'm still learning how to set up. And how did I have I already answered that one. Sorry. I keep rereading comments. I have to stop doing that. I need to slow down. I'm currently into Blech, episode 121. Episode 121. When does peak happen? I mean, some peak stuff already happened, but I also don't remember what happens at each episode. So, like, have you started? Wait, have you done the? Have you seen the Arrancar arc yet? Have you? I know you haven't finished the Eisen arc yet. That I'm certain of. I'm looking for an anime mainly based around swordsmen. So Rurouni Kenshin would be a good pick. Can I get a spin? Yes, you absolutely could get a spin. Our first spin of the stream goes to Shadow, and you're going to get. You got Akamega Kill, which you might have already seen since that's a pretty common one. Who was the senator in Hero Academia? I don't remember. Did we even see them? I might have. We probably did. I forget. Could I get a spin? Absolutely, random. You can. You can not random. Rando. Sorry, Rando. This spin is for you, and you get. Okay. Oh, you got Full Metal Panic, which I think we also got earlier today. I think I need to add more names to this list. Yes, Leifin, you can't. I know you can't see the wheel. I do apologize. YouTube, I will make it up to you. I promise. All right, Leifin, your spin is slowing down now, and you got Soul Eater, which we were just talking about a few minutes ago. I am working on adjusting the setup so we can add the visuals to YouTube. It's just I had some camera issues trying to run OBS and TikTok Studio at the same time, so like I'm kind of learning how to fix that. What's my favorite anime? I don't have one. I'm sorry I keep doing the snapping thing. I've seen a lot of series and I just can't pick one. Ironically enough, Rurouni Kenshin has actually been on my watch list for months. It's a good series, but I don't. I would try to watch the series in a way that doesn't benefit the author in any way, because the author of Rurouni Kenshin is a terrible, terrible person. But the series is good. The anime is good. Arrancar is just started, and by peak I mean nothing like Pain Arc and Naruto Shippuden or Marineford from One Piece. Oh, okay, so something like, not nothing like. So if you start the Arrancar arc, there are some pretty great moments in that. I think it's really good. Good night, Leifin. Have a good night's sleep. Are there only good animes in my opinion? Are there only so on the wheel? Every anime that I put on the wheel, I at least find reasonable or better. Not all of them are incredible, but they're all at least like that I think are decent to exceptional. I haven't watched JJK Season 3. I read it in the manga, but I didn't watch it. Do I know anime that has a plot like JJK? So can you elaborate? Can you expand on that? Because, like, do you mean curses? Do you mean, like, because that just means, like, a darker battle shonen. Like, what specific elements do you mean by that? My favorite anime is Dandadan. I mean, it's not I think Dandadan it does some things well. It's just not my favorite thing. Below average? What's below average? There's nothing on this. There's nothing on the wheel that I put as below average. What's my favorite Naruto Shippuden arc? Probably the war. If we're talking about Naruto Shippuden exclusively, might be, or it would either be the Pain arc or the war arc. One of those two. How you doing, Forsaken? How long is JJK Season 3 going to go? I believe it's 12 or 13 episodes, so not that much longer. We're already more than halfway through. Do I think Berserk will ever get a faithful anime adaptation? You can only hope. You can only hope. I've seen no indication that is going to happen. 97 was pretty good, but it stopped pretty early. 2016 was really, really atrocious. So, and I haven't seen any announcement that we're getting a new one. Is Fruits Basket on the wheel? It is on the wheel, yes. A storyline with two sides, one evil, one good, but one could be corrupt with a good power system and two characters that are at the top. What are we talking about here? What's my comfort anime? The Masterful Cat is depressed again today. The Masterful Cat is my ultimate comfort show. That is my go-to. Or Bartender Glass of God, but Masterful Cat's probably number one. Honestly, just the opening. Just the opening is enough. Have I played any Five Nights at Freddy games? Nope, not a single one. I have zero exposure or experience with any Five Nights at Freddy's content. And what is going on with TikTok? Why is nobody here? What's going on? TikTok, we should be at like 30 people. We should be at like 50 people. What's going on? It might just be my internet, but just in case it's your TikTok live, is my live freezing? You know what? I think my internet is being funky. I think that's going. You know what? That might be what's going on with the live streams. That might be what's going on, because my internet has been really funky the last couple of weeks. That might actually. You know what? That might actually explain so much. That might actually explain everything. I mean, no, it's a good time to stream, but my internet has been weird for the last few days, few weeks. And that could explain why we're not getting our normal views. That could be it, honestly. But there's nothing I can do about that. I am moving in a few days. I am moving in a few days. So hopefully that fixes it. But I can't do anything about that at this point in time. I can't fix that. So all I can do is kind of show up and do my best and hope the internet stops being stupid. But like, okay, you see, again, you're not expanding on your previous statement. You said, wait, I mean an anime close to JJK? Okay, here. A storyline, okay, so this is what you meant. Okay, so you want a storyline with two sides. One evil, one good, could be corrupt. Okay, wait, two storylines. One evil, one, Death Note. Death Note. One evil, one good. With a good power system. Well, I think the Death Note is pretty interesting. I actually think, if you want to call the Death Note a power system, the Shinigami Eyes, I actually think that's a pretty interesting power system. And two characters are at the top, Light and L. Yeah, you literally described Death Note. You literally described Death Note. I don't play Minecraft. I'm not into that game. So, like, yeah, I am sorry that the internet is not the best right now. I don't know how I could fix it. I mean, I've heard a lot about beginners skipping to the most recent episode because of how long it is. Well, that's just stupid. Like, okay, you want to be up to date so you don't get spoiled, but you're literally missing all of the content. Like, what's the point? You watch anime to enjoy it. Don't skip stuff. JJK Season 3 started in January and it's ending on March 27th and 12 episodes. The last season had like 24 episodes. It's a bit of a changing track. I mean, here's the thing. There's a lot of series that have varying durations of a season. Maybe they're splitting Season 3 into part, 1 and 2. I don't know what the plan is. Or they'll just call it, Season 4 or whatever. I don't really have a problem with 12-episode seasons, 24-episode seasons, or going back and forth between the two. Makes absolutely no difference to me. Makes no difference. Because when a season ends, I just move on to something else. I just move on to another show. Heard a lot about One Piece. I already read that one. Do I even get a slight disappointment when a show ends? Nope. No, I don't. Because it doesn't matter how much I love a show. It could be a 10 on 10. I could have loved it to bits. It could even get canceled because that happens too, right? There is always more good anime to watch. There's always more good stuff. So when one book closes or one series ends, another one opens. So I'm like, okay, I finally have time to move on to this thing. So I don't get disappointed at all. Sometimes I'll wonder why a series gets canceled or why a series didn't continue, because like Ippo should have more content, or various other series should get more content. But I accept it and I move on, really. When I said 2 at the top, I mean Sukuna and Gojo, but you're right. You pretty much described Death Note in that circumstance. You pretty much did. And I'm not upset recommending Death Note. Like, I don't love all of it, but I feel comfortable recommending it. Any anime I know, about 4 years but haven't started yet. Oh, oh, I have series dating back decades that I haven't touched yet. I still haven't seen Cowboy Bebop, for example, and that's been out for a very long time. So absolutely, I have a lot of series that I haven't seen for years. Didn't Super end because Akira Toriyama died? No, Super. Here's the thing. As for why Super went on hiatus for as long as it did, I don't know. But Dragon Ball is continuing. Super is continuing, and Akira Toriyama had written stuff beyond where the anime had stopped. I don't remember exactly how far he had written. I'm pretty sure that it was him who wrote like the Moro arc and Garlic and all the stuff that's coming up. I'm pretty sure that's all him, to a degree at least. So like, no, it didn't stop just because he died. So, and it's coming back. It's coming back soon. Oh my god, my TikTok just disconnected. What is going on? Unstable internet. Oh my goodness. Favorite anime villain, mine's Aizen? Probably Meruem. Probably Meruem. Hold on, why is everything lagging so bad? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Did we just lose internet? Did I just lose internet? I think I just lost connection. I think I just lost connection. Okay, you know what? I guess I can't. All right. I lost connection. Okay. Whatever. I can't stream.